All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode, the Thanksgiving episode of Goosebump Moment Presents. I have a very special guest today, one that I met recently on a networking event, and I was fascinated by what he does because I know a lot of you out there are interested in what this gentleman does for a living. So grab something to drink, get comfortable, sit back, and let's talk about Google business. Welcome, Robin Stern. Glad to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me, BJ. I appreciate your offer and your invitation. I'm happy to be here.
Well, good. I'm glad you're happy. Okay, Google business. That is something a lot of people either are slightly aware of, don't know exactly what Google products are out there and what are offered, what's free and what is not. And
Right.
so can you clarify some of that for us? Let's clear up the fog. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, I appreciate that, BJ, and nice lead in there for me. So the deal is that Google is predominantly a search company, right? They started out by indexing everything on the internet and then making it so that you could type in what you needed, and they would match you up and pair you up with those websites that had similar keywords and things that you were looking for. And that's what Google did for, I mean, that's their genesis. That's what they do. They're a search organization. What they've done now, though, is because they have 92% of the world searching with Google, they have now capitalized on having all that traffic, and they sell advertisements, and people place ads and kind of jockey for ads to be able to be posted on Google because so many people are looking at it. And that's why Google has been so successful. Well, what they've done now is they've gone out of their way for businesses to be able to provide them with verified information. So they don't just have to go take the word of the interwebs, right? They can actually let you fill out forms, give descriptions, talk about your products and your services on their platform so that your information is verified by you and they know that it's good info. And now they give us the opportunity and the right to do that for our businesses, no matter how big or how small. Think
That's
about
right.
Yellow Pages. Go
I
ahead.
was going to ask about that because again, there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of confusion out
Sure.
there, and a lot of people are being misdirected about that. So any small business, any business, regardless of size, shape, number of employees, all of that stuff. So even if you're just a one owner business,
Yes,
correct?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now there are some limitations. For instance, if you are an online only business, you cannot have a Google business profile. You have to have a local presence, right? So, but any business that can prove they're a business, right? So I have a business license or I'm registered with the Secretary of State. I have items with my business logo on it. Google's not really critical about you proving it. They just want you to show that, yes, you are actively in business, not for any other reason except if they send somebody to you because somebody's looking for what you have and you don't provide that, now they have a black eye, right? They didn't
Right,
provide good information. So
right.
that's the only reason that they want to verify that you're actually a business and that you have the products and services you're advertising. That way, they know they're giving good content and good information to their customers. So we got to reel it back here a little bit. The Google Business Profile was put out there specifically for businesses to make sure Google had accurate information. So that's the number one job if you're going to use it. And we have all kinds of classes and workshops where we talk about what to do, how to get on Google. I teach with Google. I actually am a Google partner. They have a program called the Grow with Google program. And I teach small businesses how to leverage all of these Google products and services, right? So the business profile is only one, but I have dozens and dozens and dozens of Google created slide presentations and workshops that I can do and allow other businesses to come and watch. And that's what makes me a Google high impact partner, I do that a lot, and I teach a lot of small businesses, predominantly small businesses, but any size business can use it, right?
Right.
But you just have to be able to prove your business. That's all. And then they'll let you put your information out there for the world to find. And isn't
You
that
know,
all what we're looking for, right? To get our information out there for the world.
exactly. That's why I do these interviews, is to get you exposure, get you known, get you out there, get you people aware that, hey, I'm here. I'm open for business. I can help you.
Right. Right.
Okay, so I do have a question, and this may be I'm not sure if you can legally answer this question. Okay, and if you can't, that's fine. I know a lot of people. Again, there is some confusion. They don't understand if I'm on Microsoft versus Apple versus whatever. They have an issue with how to utilize Google.
Yes. Yes.
So can you help with that just a little and get some clarity in there about that? That's seriously, for a lot of people, that's a massive confusion.
Absolutely. And I appreciate you bringing that up. It's actually one of the chapters in my book that I'm writing right now to define the difference between, okay, I use a Mac versus I use a PC. I use an iPhone versus I use an Android. What is Google? Where does that come in to all of that confusion? Google is I think a nice way to say it is the interstate that all those different vehicles can drive on. It's open to all of them. You just have to know where the on-ramp is, right? So so I have an Android phone. It's made by Google. This is actually a Google Pixel phone. So all the Google products and services are built into my phone. Now, not bloatware like a lot of the big manufacturers do, but because it's what it uses to interface to the internet. It uses Google Maps. It uses Google Calendar. It uses Gmail. It uses all the different Google products. So it's automatically already there for me. If you're an iPhone, you have access to the same exact apps. You just have to go download them when you need them. So the Google Maps app, iPhone is going to inherently use the iPhone map application. But if you want to use Google Maps, you just download the Google Map application and you say, that's my default application for maps. It's the same with Gmail. It's the same with photos. It's the same with calendar. You can use all of them and nobody's going to charge you a dime for any of them. You just need to know how to get to them. The same goes with your Mac computer versus your Windows PC. With all the Google products and services, you have me set up to be able to share here, right? So with all the Google products and services, we can access those right from our Google account. All right. So for instance, on this screen, I'm just going to google.com. Okay. And since I'm logged in, you see up here at the top, there you go. Thank you. I'm logged in up here at the top corner with my face, and there's 9 dots right here. No matter what platform I'm on, BJ, whether it's a Mac, a PC, or a Linux computer or a Chromebook, I can go to google.com on any browser as long as I'm logged into my Google account, and I will have access to all of the products and services that Google has listed, not the least of which is Gmail, Calendar, YouTube, and search, right? All those pieces are, so you can get to them from any one of the different pieces of equipment. You just have to know how to get there. All right.
And see, that's something the confusion. I don't know that it's hard to apply. Right. It's just the confusion on userability.
Exactly. And it's overwhelm is what it really boils down to.
It is.
And this is again another chapter in my book, because all of these websites have so many different things for us to interact with, right? Every platform has a million buttons. Every app has a million buttons. And if you don't know which ones you need to do or use to get your job done, it's confusing. It's overwhelming. That's why when you sit down with somebody like me and I say, oh, you want to create a Google business profile, you do 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 things you have to click on Google's page, and you can forget about all the rest of them. Now you just have to know those 4 things and be able to navigate back to those. And you can not even look at any of the other buttons. There's no reason to, because they don't apply to you, right? But without that knowledge, without somebody kind of, George Carlin used to say, nobody likes to start a path because you got to hold down the weeds and chop back the tree branches, you know? Well, when somebody starts the path for you, well, heck, I've worn the path very nice and clear, BJ. I've been walking it for a lot of years, and it's very, very defined, and it's very easy to see. So once my customers, my clients, my friends, my business associates, once they start dropping into this path and they see, oh, I only have to do these 6 things right here that Robin told me to do, and I'm having great success with the product, which then turns into me getting more exposure for my business, me getting more phone calls, sales, donations, whatever it is for your organization. Everybody's looking on Google, and that's where we need to be able to get the exposure we're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Now, again, a lot of people don't understand some of the, I'm not sure the right term here, some of the access that they have that's free to use.
Right.
And I'm gonna admit something. For years and years and years, I was a Microsoft user. And because of their updates and because of other stuff, I'm not here to bash Microsoft. I'm not. But at the same time, I found that very invasive to what I was doing. When it came time for updates, they were kicking me off my coaching calls or my conference calls and stuff. When I went to Apple, I had no problem.
Right.
But when I did that, I lost my, I thought I did. I lost my Word and my access and my and all of that access. So I was confused, and I had all this documentation sitting over here in a file, and I couldn't get to it. Right. So somebody said, well, try Google Docs. And I went, what? So they said, oh, it's so simple. And I said, well, how much is that? And they said, it's free. If you have a Gmail account, it's free. So I went in, and there's just a slight difference.
Sure.
But it's not hard to use. If you're familiar with Word, you can absolutely use Google Docs. Now, the other thing was Google Sheets.
Yep.
Just like Excel.
Yep.
You can use it. If you can maneuver through Excel, you can do it on Google Sheets.
Absolutely.
And again, how much money am I saving? Because I don't have to pay for that yearly subscription for all of that stuff. Yep. And it is free. That's the beauty of it all. And there's more, right?
Right. It's endless. It's endless. Google is so large, BJ. They have created so many different products and services for us. They have Google Trends, which you can go and look at what keywords are trending across the world or in your city, right? You can narrow it down. They will give you access to this enormous data pile that you can go and now farm and filter and get just the information you need. And that's just one. That's Google Trends. And you can just go Google the word trends and you'll come up with their page. They have Google Analytics, where they will track and give me every piece of data about every visitor to my website. It absolutely costs nothing. You go to analytics.google.com, you set up your account, you take that little piece of code and you put it on your website, and every single visitor to your website, what browser they're on, where they're from, how long they were there, what pages they went to. This is great data. Now, if you're not using a website where you're tracking where people are going and what they're doing, because you don't necessarily sell on your website or you're not marketing that way, then it's not a big deal to you. But if you really need to know, hey, how long did somebody stay on this page? Were they compelled to click on my link for more information or to buy now? That data can then be used to adjust and change things. For instance, we saw that the number one keywords for our sign company were yard signs and yard signs near me. Like predominant, like 50% of our searches for our sign company were about yard signs. You guarantee we have a page on our website now with a huge sale on yard signs, right? Because everybody around us is looking for yard signs. Okay, so let's give them what they want.
See, I love all of this. I really do, because it makes any business owner aware of how important this information is to the growth and sustainability of their business. Right. But I'm going to throw it out there because I know there's going to be questions.
Let it fly.
A lot of people are fearful that it is tracking, and they There's too much information out there, and I don't want everybody knowing what I'm doing, where I'm at, and all of that stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Welcome to the internet, right?
Well, welcome to cell phones and smart cars. If
Correct.
you don't want to be tracked, I'm sorry to say, you need to take a hammer to your cell phone.
Correct.
Go get a 30-year-old vehicle that didn't have any sort of ability to be tracked,
Correct.
and drive into the woods somewhere and pay with cash only.
You're in the 21st century.
That's it. You're not going to get away from it. And people that say, I don't want to be tracked, and carry around an iPhone or an Android phone, you're being tracked.
Yeah,
I can show you
exactly.
the screen right now, free from Google, that can show me my history everywhere I've been, because that phone's been in my pocket the whole time. I can go back 20 years, or well, maybe not 20, but however long I've had that phone, 12 years, and show you every place I've been, and the day I was there, how long I spent in New York visiting my mother-in-law, how long were we in Colorado skiing, what time was I at the ski lift, and what time was I at my hotel room. It's unbelievable how closely they're tracking us. And again, Google keeps it forever. So you can go back and look at it anytime you want.
I have to tell you, I come from a law enforcement background. And even though people don't like the thought of being tracked, I'm telling you, it is one of the best user tools in law enforcement right now. If stop thinking about being tracked and stop thinking about your safety and security. Right. Because if you have a cyber expert within law enforcement, they can just go in and absolutely have access to where you are, when you were there, how long you were there. And then, again, because of other stuff, they can keep aware of you. Right. I think that is probably the best use of the tracking systems.
Absolutely.
That we have out there.
Absolutely. That can prove you innocent if somebody says you were
Correct.
at this location at this
Correct.
time. You go back to your phone and say, no, I wasn't. Right?
Correct.
I can't be in two places at once, and the phone.
Okay, we're running out of time here. So let me ask you a question. This is a personal question. Beginning next year, shout out to BJ. I am going to start doing some monthly trainings, and I would love if you would consider coming back as a guest speaker on one of my programs coming up next year.
Hold on, let me check. Yeah, sure. Sounds like a great idea, BJ. I'd be honored. That would be very nice.
It would be everybody. My trainings will be done on Zoom, and I am going to have everyone register for these trainings. These are trainings that are designed to help you learn. This isn't just regurgitated information a lot of people know. This is about some current, updated, or some things that people are unaware of. And that's the whole purpose of these trainings coming up. Okay, Robin, how can people get a hold of you? You've got it scrolling at the bottom, but they sometimes don't see that.
You see this hashtag right here? Or this one, this way, right here.
Over there.
yourGoogleguru. If you put hashtag yourGoogleGuru into the search engine on any platform or any device, all you're going to find is me. You will find everything from my YouTube channel to my website to my signed in page, my LinkedIn page, my sign up, my calendar. Everything's connected to that hashtag. That's another trick that I teach businesses to use to be able to conglomerate all of their information in one spot. So we use a hashtag for that. But I have a deal right now. The training that you're talking about is I charge $497 to teach businesses how to use that. But part of what I really need people to understand, BJ, is I dispel the myths that all the other marketing companies want you to continue to believe. You can do your own marketing to a point. You can make sure your business information is correct online. SEO are initials that stand for the simplest thing in the world, and you do it every day just like I do. So there's no reason that some marketing company has to charge you $400 a month to do your SEO. So the $497 that I charge, they not only get the training in how to make Google love them and want to put them in front of more people, but they also get the freedom of being taken advantage of by unscrupulous marketing and advertising companies that want them to continue to be fearful that if they don't pay this amount every month, they're going to lose all their business.
Right.
Just simply not the case, folks. So,
and it's an investment. It's an investment in your business that you need to go to Robin for. It's probably one of the best money you can spend, seriously, because It gives you time freedom. All the things you went into business for. Gives you safety, security, time freedom, access to a lot of stuff, and it all can save you money because
and drive more customers to your door, right?
Drive more customers. Exactly right.
Why not?
Okay, Robin, any last closing comments you want to make or suggestions? Or
I just want to let people know that we are absolutely grateful for all of our customers. Our business has grown about 400% in the last 6 months based on the branding that we're doing. And Kat Leslie with Catherine Hurd with Your Google Goddess and Purple Panda Creative Marketing. She has been blasting us all over social media. She creates amazing content that engages our viewers. That has made I can't even begin to tell you how many times I open my social media, my LinkedIn. I have double-digit notifications. I've had triple-digit notifications before because of all the people engaging with my content that Kat's taking care of. So,
and Kat has been a guest on this show for twice now. I think she's absolutely brilliant. And a shout out to Kat. If you're watching this, you can see down below that she was a silent participant today.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
And she's here to support Robin.
So we're actually closing the business for the entire month of December.
Yep.
I have to get my book finished. I need to regroup because that 400% growth has been incredibly huge amount of work. And I have personal things in my life that I will not in any way, shape, or form minimize my attention to those things. And the month of December is the time to do that. So I will be available to answer questions. You will not be able to get on my calendar for this month, but certainly texting and emailing, I'll be looking at from time to time. But if anybody would like to talk with me, have an amazing holidays, and let's kill 2023 by getting started early in January and hitting the ground running. Okay.
Absolutely. And I'm going to say one more thing. If you want to get a hold of Robin and you've missed out some of these little things, reach out to me or reach out to Kat Hurd. She can absolutely help you as well. So we will help you find Robin wherever you are. He's everywhere.
Where in the world is Waldo? Robin.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Robin, thank you so much from the bottom.